Okay, on number 30, it says in the diagram of triangle ACT, we are given that D, O, and G are all midpoints. So since D, O, and G are midpoints, when you connect two midpoints, by definition, that's what's called a mid-segment. Now we learned a mid-segment theorem that gave us a relationship, and that said the mid-segment is half the distance of its parallel side. So we have a parallel relationship, and this mid-segment is half the length of that parallel side. So the same thing would be true with DG and AT. They're parallel, and DG is half of AT. We are given the lengths of the three sides of the original triangle. We are given that AC is 10, we are given AT is 18, and CT is 22. We're asked for the perimeter of parallelogram CDOG. So CDOG is this parallelogram right here. And so we know to find perimeter, we're simply adding up the lengths of the sides, and a parallelogram has 4 of them. So I need to know the length of DO, so I can add it to OG, and I can add that to GC, and finally CD. And so I'm going to use the information that we know by the mid-segment theorem. DO is half the length of its parallel side. So DO is 11. Half of 22 is 11. OG is half of its parallel side. AC is 10, so OG is 5. GC, since G is a midpoint, is also half of that whole length, which is 22. So CG is also 11, just like OD is. Remember, the opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So we already know, since OG is 5, that CD also has to be 5. D is a midpoint. Half of 10 is 5. So we have another 5. So we just add those together. 11 and 5 is 16, plus 11 is 27, plus 5 is 32. So the perimeter of that parallelogram is C, 32.